Guys, today we're going to be working on this top and bottom Frigidaire refrigerator. The complaint is that the bottom area is not cooling, but the freezer is working okay. Welcome to DIY Repair Now. Read all the warnings, and during this video you will see one or more of these icons to help you do this repair safe. As I said before, the complaint is that the freezer is working kind of okay, but all this area is getting very hot, and the bottom part of the refrigerator area is not cooling enough. So this is a sign that the compressor might not be working, or the fan motor that cools the compressor and the condenser in the back is not working right. So we're gonna pull the refrigerator out. We're gonna remove this back panel, which is made out of cardboard, and we're gonna find out if it's the compressor or the fan motor or the condenser coils are dirty. And as you can see right here, we can see that the fan motor is not working at all. This is the fan motor blade. It's supposed to be spinning and turning, and this is the compressor. If the compressor is running, the fan motors have to be on because that's what cools off the condenser and the compressor. As you can see, when I put my hands on it, it spins, but it's not working at all. We're gonna find out why, and as you can see right here, all the windings are broken and are exposed. Those windings right here are supposed to be covered by a piece of cardboard, and it's not there. This means that mice or something was eating it up and damaged the winding, so it damaged the fan motor, and we're gonna go ahead and replace it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and install this fan motor. However, this is a universal fan motor that works for a condenser or evaporator. In this case, I'm gonna have to make it work. We're gonna go ahead and disconnect the fan motor, and also remember disconnect the refrigerator as well because you don't wanna work. Keep in mind that to find out if this fan is working or not, at first the refrigerator have to be running and you will be able to see if it's working or not. So disconnect it after you find out what's wrong with the fan motor. Now we're gonna go ahead and use this angle screwdriver that you can attach to the drill to remove these two screws. This is a 3/8 millimeter screwdriver, screws, and we're gonna need a drill bit to put in our drill. You can also use a regular screwdriver, just make sure it's a 3/8, and you'll be able to do it with a small screwdriver like the one I have in my left hand. As you can see right there, 3/8 is the size, but since we have this tool, which is a 90 degrees angle tool, we can put it in a drill and get to the back to be able to reach the back screw. We're gonna go ahead and remove the whole housing because it's easier to replace this fan motor this way. If you're trying to do it in place, you can end up damaging the condenser coils, and you don't want to do that. As you see right here, it's very easy with this tool, but if you don't own one of this, you can get it at Harbor Freight or Home Depot. Once you remove the two 3/8 screws, you can remove the whole motor, and here is where I'm going to use a 1/4 screwdriver to remove the two screws that are holding this fan motor in place. Now, as you can see, I removed the whole housing, so just take pictures before you will remove anything to remember how the old one was. As you can see, this is how it goes, and this is how you will install the new one. At this point, I already got the new fan motor in place, but at the end of this video, I'm going to show you if you get a universal fan motor or you get the original. However, I'm going to go ahead and link the original fan motor on the description of this video, because if you put a universal one, you might end up going through a lot of trouble like I did in this one. Now, I'm just doing this video, and like I said, I'm going to go ahead and link original. That way you don't have to go through a lot, because at the end of this video you will be able to see all the trouble that I went through to make this universal fan motor to work. Now, once you put the new fan motor in the housing, go ahead and put the blade. Very easy repair if you're using the original fan motor. You don't have to go through a lot, because if you use a universal fan motor, it might spin in the opposite direction, and you will have to like take it apart, and you will see at the end of this video what I had to do to make this one to work. So yes, work your way in with the housing. For some reason, it was harder to put it back in than getting it out. When I got it out, you saw how it came out very, very easy, and now it was kind of hard to put this one back in place. Once I got it in place, just go ahead and install the two 3/8 screws that holds this housing in place. As you see, with this tool, I can reach the back with no issues. If you're using like a torpedo screwdriver, one of those small screwdrivers, you might end up like bending the fan motor. Just make sure you don't damage the tubing. Once you got the two screws, just try to wrap the extra cables around. That way those cables are not touching any copper lines, because those copper lines get really hot sometimes. Go ahead and plug the refrigerator and just make sure everything is working the way it's supposed to. And as you can see right here, we installed the back panel with the 5/16 screws, and at this point the refrigerator is back on. Now we have to wait 24 hours to adjust the temperature between the freezer and the refrigerator and make sure everything goes back to normal. And this is it to replace the fan motor. Now this is what you will have to go through if you are using a universal fan motor, which I don't recommend it, because as you can see, I have to use parts of the old fan motor. But in this case, I had to do this as emergency, because this is the only fan motor that I have in stock in my truck, and I don't want the food to go bad for the customer. So I have to replace parts of the old fan motor and put it on the new one, and I have to make it work basically. And once I got it installed, I realized that the blade was spinning in the opposite direction. And as you can see, I'm replacing the harness and put it on the new fan motor, because the universal fan motor, it doesn't bring a harness, because you can use it for anyone. So you will have to reuse the harness of the old fan motor. So my recommendation, go ahead and order the one I'm going to link in the description of this video. I know it's going to be a little bit more pricey than using a universal fan motor, but it's way easier. I'm telling you, this repair took me about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, just because I was making this universal fan motor work. If you get the right part from the beginning, you will only take about an hour if you're not handy enough. And as you can see right now, the fan motor is not spinning the way it's supposed to. This is what I was telling you before. Even if I turn the blade around, it's not blowing the way it's supposed to. Remember, the blade have to blow the air towards the compressor direction. So now I have to take it apart and turn these two parts around. Basically, put the back part in the front, and the front and the back, as you can see in this footage, the way it's supposed to. And this was it. Just order the original fan motor to avoid going to all these complications. Alright guys, if this video helped you in any way, you can show us appreciation by giving us a tip using the following options that you see on the screen. If you cannot provide with a tip, is another way to support this channel by just dropping off a comment in the comment section down below. Subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the bell to receive notifications. Thanks for watching.